it's not completely dry, you put it on your desk somewhere, it sits there for a while, it dries in your house and it cracks when it dries. And you don't want that to happen. Especially if you're buying, you know, a statue of the Blessed Mother or the Holy Family or the Flight to Egypt or nativity scene or Last Supper, all those beautiful stories that we have. You know, the Crusaders in the 12th century, that was their symbol as well. Because the big cross represented England and the four crosses were Spain, Italy, Germany, and
أبون بشمايو نتقادات شموخ تيتي ملكوثو نهو سبيونو أي كانت بشمايو أو برعو هبلا لحمو سمكورا يومونو واشبق لنحوب نحطو عين أي كانت دوفة حنان إشباق الحايو بين لو تعالى النسيونو إيلو فاصولان ومن بيشو ميتول ديلو خي ملكوثو حيلو تشبحتو العالم علمين آمين.
Here we are in the shop in Bethlehem. Everybody's been anxious to buy gifts and olive wood, and they're finally getting their chance. This is all the icons. There's antiquities here, and these are the most beautiful olive wood carvings by an artist named Twamey. And here's all the people here looking at things, deciding what to do. Look at the olive wood.
All right, well,
I always like to bring the pilgrims down to the largest olive wood factory in Bethlehem so they can see how all this is made. Here's carving the olive wood statues. This is going down into the steps. Here's our group coming, and we're going to head right down in that little doorway. So this is fast food Bethlehem style. There's the vegetables and there's the turkey shawarma. Oh, and by the way, here's the falafels. The falafels start like this. They go in here and they end up like this.
So what is that?
Chickpeas, ground up chickpeas. You want to make some? I'll get. Oh, just a second. I'll have you make some. And here's everybody in here eating their lunch. So Julie's gonna learn how to make falafels here. See, you put it in, you pull back the little trigger, and then you drop it in. Okay, you ready? Okay, now you do it.
Okay, is that hot? Down, yeah. Pull it up. And then
all right, Julie's here. She's doing pretty well. She's under the gun. Everybody's watching.
And then I put it in here.
Yes. Pull the trigger back. Oh, and look at there. She just... We're all getting off the bus right now in Hebron, right in the heart of downtown Hebron. And we're all taking a look at the Machpelah, which is the burial cave of Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebekah, Jacob and Leah. This was built by Herod the Great before the birth of Christ.
Explaining Masada to you, but one of the references that I would make in the explanation is that Herodium is another place where the Jewish zealots fortified themselves, not only Masada. There were three important sites that relate to the Jewish zealots when they revolted against the Romans in 66.
Story here. Now, Genesis chapter 15, after Abram and Sarah have their son, he's about 15 years old, and God appears to Abraham again and said, take your son, your only son whom you love, Isaac whom you love. You're trying to buy more grapes? You can have them for free.
He wants water.
Oh, water, okay.
He wants to make grape juice.
Confess to Almighty God and to you, my brothers and sisters, that I have sinned through my own fault, in my thoughts and in my words, in what I have done and in what I have failed to do. And I ask Blessed Mary, ever Virgin.
So we're getting off the bus now, and we are at our restaurant, Samir's. Look at where this is, right across the street from the big wall that separates, cuts off Bethlehem, basically. This is the wall surrounding Bethlehem. And we're all going in now to Samir's restaurant. Corey, he is the guy that I call him my man in Israel. What corporate travel does for me on the other side of the pond, Raji does for me on this side of the pond. I've been working with him for 15 years. He's a Christian Palestinian who's been doing this kind of work for over 40 years. Since the 60s. And he's got a good sense of humor. He's a little crazy sometimes. He'll tell you about the meal, and I'll let him take it from here, but I just want to thank Raji for all that he does for us.
I don't know about Steve. He always reminds me of the bad news.
always say happy birthday.
Always saying over 40 years. I want you to know I was only 6 years or 8 years when I started. And now I'm glad you're here. It makes me feel so good to have such a nice crowd. And I should recognize Steve and Janet, and of course corporate travel.
Good. Come on, everybody. Come on, Pat.
Oh, we gotta keep it going.
Come on, sister.